What's good? We back talking about the illest nigga in Nebraska, Terence Crawford. Shout out to everybody. Know where I got that from, man. You know I talk about some real boxing though. It's the Boxing Clinic and more. You know what it is. Narrating, it's your boy CJ Goodfella. One time for the one time. And you know what? I'm sitting here thinking. Had another Crawford video. I scrapped it. You know, the change paces we've been talking a lot about. The WBC heavyweight champion versus the unified heavyweight champion from London, Bullocks. He's full of bullocks. You know what I'm saying? We talk about both of them a lot, man. So I'm definitely not going to talk about that today. Unless something life-changing or game, like really game-changing, life-changing happen. We talk about Bud and Devon Alexander Day. And I don't want to see Bud versus Matisse. I don't want to see him versus Carlos Adames, Jose Benavidez. You know, if the Pacquiao-Matisse fight is off, I'd love to see him versus Pacquiao first and foremost. But we know that's not going to happen. And, you know, Matisse, man, after watching Matisse last fight, just thinking back, he was terrible. You know, he was shitty as hell. Dude was beating him with a jab and movement. Crawford would, I mean, it would be a waste of time for Crawford to beat him up. He wouldn't even get a belt out of it because I don't believe you can unify the regular WBA belt with the WBO belt. That's why Lamont Peterson dropped his regular WBA belt when he fought Earl Spence. So, I mean, it's nothing to gain, but, I mean, I guess name recognition, put Matisse ahead on your wall as a trophy. But, I mean, I know a few people got that trophy on their wall, so, it's, nothing like that. I love to see Khan and Crawford still, even though, Khan has, been beaten before. But, that's a fight just to get Crawford's name recognition up. And use Khan as a stepping stone. But, why not fight Devon Alexander, a guy who we all know that beat Victor Ortiz last time out for real, a guy that been looking superb, quick. He's a southpaw. We know Earl is a southpaw. Devon looked like he got his faculties back after getting through an opiate drug addiction. So he got his faculties back, and before he got an opiate drug addiction, he had beaten Madonna. So, after he got beat by Madonna, he had a blood clot in his nose, and they prescribed him opiates. He had never took, drug before, or opiate drug before. He got hooked, and it killed his performance versus, I believe, was it versus Shine? Or was that after Shine? I can't remember. I think he killed his performance. That was after Shine. He killed his performance versus Khan, and was it killed a few other guys that he fought that he ain't looked his best. And Kevin Cunningham, talked about, when he finally figured out Devon had an issue and telling him don't come back to the gym till he had it fixed, then he came clean. But I think it'll be a good fight for several reasons, man. And I want to put it out here, and hopefully somebody, hear from both camps, Crawford camp or Team Cunningham. Shout out to Coach Kevin Ham. He doing his thing down there in West Palm Beach, Florida, with his beautiful stable that's growing and growing. But it will kind of be another bridge. I know he's fought other PBC fighters, lower level fighters like Alexander, will building his name back up like Molina and Felix Diaz. Alexander has a bigger name than those guys, so that will be positive. And also to be progressive with Top Rank and Premier Boxing Champions and Showtime, Al Heyman all working together to make a fight. Kind of trying to, break the ice. And maybe they can come together eventually and make other Premier Boxing Champion fights. Maybe Keith and Terence. Or obviously the big one, Earl and Terence. Earl Spence, that is. And maybe this is a bridge to making that fight. Having Devon Alexander... having Devon Alexander, PBC fighter, Al Heyman managed fighter, negotiate with Terence Crawford and kind of, and Bob and Aaron kind of get a feel and kind of have that record relationship between Bob and Showtime and Al Heyman. So when the Earl Spence and Crawford, when it's time to make that fight, I think, you have another experience with, you working with Al already and knowing how Al works and how Bob works. But we know Bob don't want to work with nobody, but Devon will have to go over to ESPN Top Rank. I don't know why he wouldn't want to fight Crawford. He believes in his skills. Obviously, Crawford believes in his skills. And I think it's a better fight than Matisse, in my opinion. Matisse, if anybody seen Matisse last fight, that, Matisse is probably done. He's past his best. He's really past his best. So, I think Devon looked good in his last fight. He looking fast. He looking strong. He's a southpaw. It'd be a good fight, man. It'd be a good fight in Omaha. He's not too far in St. Louis. So some people from St. Louis will come down and see him in Omaha. And I don't think Devon will back away from this challenge. You know what I'm saying? And for Crawford, you know, it's a good name. You know, it's another premier boxing champion name on his resume. He's Alexander is a bigger name than Jose Benavidez, Carlos Adames. I believe he's a better fighter than Matisse. He beat Matisse in the past. Some people would say that's, but he's a more fresher fighter than Matisse. Now he's not. He don't have that opiate drug addiction. You feel me? So, you know, I still would prefer Khan. You know, but you know, because of the name recognition. But Alexander and Crawford, I think that's a fight that should be next. You know, for Crawford or somewhere in the near future if he ain't gonna fight Earl. And Alexander continues to still win, in my opinion. But Mr. Box Clinic and more, let me know how y'all feel about that. Don't forget, we're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Instagram username in there, Facebook, Twitter. Links are in the description. Take you straight to my page. It's there. We do different work on there, and not just tell us to upload our videos. So we do a different type of work. And don't forget, if you want to donate, the PayPal link is in the description. Definitely appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. And we can continue to talk some real trill boxing. Hopefully we can fit a live stream in there. It might be boxing, it might be something else. You know, me and Callie talking about doing another type of live stream, and I might come back later tonight with a boxing live stream. So blessings to all the brothers on this good Sunday. Y'all know what it is. We out.